Hello YouTube, Chance Paladin here. Every couple videos, every couple weeks, I try to change the pace up a little bit and cover what's going on with other YouTubers that need help. I think if we all do it, it helps out a lot and a lot of positive energy and raises awareness. And this has been going on since day one, the first channel that they tried to ban that I was aware of, and just a long list of between the multiple times Hickok 45 has been canceled or almost canceled. James Yeager, obviously, Hickok 45, FPS Russia, like long list of YouTubers that have been under attack over the years. Love them or hate them, and so that's the first thing I'm going to focus on. Joe X had to wipe his channel out, and he explains it in his latest video, so go check it out if you want the whole spiel. But it's just a reminder that, like, other YouTubers, whether you love their content or hate them, if they're innocent and not hurting anybody, they're the canary in the coal mine, and just because they haven't come after yours yet doesn't mean they're not going to. We all have to stand up for each other. So the long and short is, some people decided they didn't like him. They started coming after him, calling the police on him. Like, it's the same shit every time, right? And I want to remind everybody, like, people always act like badasses, and they always, oh well, yeah, come and try to do XYZ. But these people, the people that come after you and the people that come after your channel, they're cowards. And you'll never know who they are. And they don't come themselves. They send other people after you. And that's what happened to him. He's had the cops called on him a bunch of times for stuff he's doing on his own property. Totally innocent, not hurting anybody. It's the same shit that we've heard a million times. Because it's happened so many times. It's the same playbook every time. Unless you live on an island somewhere, you just sooner or later people are going to find out where you live, and they're going to abuse the system of authorities against you and bury you either legally, financially, or authoritatively, until your rights are stripped away, because they're cowards and this is what they do. So check out Joe X's video. Give him some support, or just say hi, let him know, like, hey, we won't let your channel go quietly into the night. And I've given this spiel tons of times because this has happened tons of times, and even if you just see it once or twice, like, or even if it reaches like one or two people, like, at least I tried. And if enough of us speak out, obviously, like, his problems aren't necessarily with YouTube, the company, but the problem is, people, if they're trying to create some kind of legal case against you, or if they're trying to tell the authorities that you're some kind of psychopath, YouTube isn't going to help you. And I think it's weird because if you're doing something that's perfectly legal and you upload it to YouTube, people should not be able to use the things that you're perfectly legally doing on your YouTube channel against you. And I think it should be the same on Twitter and the same on other social media. People shouldn't be able to go to your YouTube and get you fired. People shouldn't be able to go to YouTube and get all your shit stripped away. Like, it's insane, unless you're doing something illegal. But if you're doing something illegal, then YouTube should step in. But they don't do that. YouTube likes to play favorites. Like, oh, you show a magazine going in a pistol, oh, you lose your whole channel, even though it's perfectly legal. But then when people want to come after you for things that you said perfectly legally, they can just drown you, either drown you just any way they possibly can through every single legal means and harassment and everything. I think YouTube should take, and I don't care if it's like a whole entire country or if it's another person. Like, YouTube has always been so hands off when people are getting harassed. I've seen YouTube videos of people showing up at other people's houses and doxing the shit out of them and acting like psychopaths, and YouTube's like, nope, not touching that. Or people getting like harassed by the government for doing things that are completely legal, being taken to court, you know, for perfectly legal freedom of speech. YouTube is like, nope, not going to do anything about that. But someone shows a magazine going in a gun and they're like, whoa. Or, a 3D squirted airsoft, whoa, even though it's perfectly legal. Like, I really wish YouTube would like shit or get off the pot. And I would just love nothing more than to, like, for YouTube to send their lawyers and be like, these people are monetized, these people are making content for us, what they're doing is perfectly legal, and if you fuck with this YouTuber, you fuck with the whole community, and you fuck with YouTube. And watch the government try to deal with YouTube, and then just watch it be a laugh. Like, we make money for YouTube, we do things that are perfectly legal, we're trying to share skills and knowledge and shit, and then YouTube just fucking hangs us out to dry. So, through their weird practices. So, I'm not saying doing anything crazy. Just go give Joe X your support, and just remember, like, the only reason any of us are left on this platform at all is because we ring the dinner bell every single time somebody has to take their shit down, whether they have to take it down because of YouTube, or whether they have to take it down because of legal, or whether they have to take it down because of the 5-0. So, again, for all things that are completely legal. So, like, the harassment and everything is just insane. They don't want people to be trained. They don't want people to be able to interact at all or learn anything, and we just kind of have to stick together, and hopefully he gets his shit sorted. And so I don't know if he's necessarily starting like a funding account for legal, but go sub to him, show him your support. I'm literally like, I should have had this window just a little bit bigger. I keep re-recording this but as of now, there's 22,000 views. This video is 10 hours old. His views are flying. His subs are flying. If he starts some kind of funding account, if you can, consider trying to support this guy, because pretty soon, it doesn't matter how conservative and soft and careful the prepper content is. Like, they want us all gone. They don't want us training. They don't want us sharing information. It doesn't matter how much you self-censor. They always go after the ones that are a little bit more excited about what they do first, because that's how they whittle away at the rest of us. So sooner or later, my channel is going to be gone, and even though I only have 1,000 subs, I would hope that somebody would scream at the top of their lungs for my little channel. But I've been screaming at the top of my lungs about other people's channels getting wiped forever, ever since the first time I saw it happen. So this is part one. Go check out Joe X, give him a sub, show him some love. Oh yeah, he does have a Patreon. He does have a buy me. He does have a buy me a coffee. If you can support him. And yes, it's already up to 22,000 views. I'll throw these links down in the chat. All right. So I usually do kind of like a couple parts. I try to bundle a couple of these together. So stay tuned for part 2. So this next one, This is Sunground Studios, the maker of Silver Falls, the whole entire Silver Falls franchise. And I'll just leave this playing in the background. He is an amazing songwriter, game developer. He really cut his teeth making like new 3DS, the quote unquote new 3DS games. He made the last ones, and he got screwed really bad. This is his new game, Guardians of Metal Exterminators S, as he likes to remind people. This is out for the Switch now. It's kind of like a hack and slash RPG. But he's made a whole entire franchise based around this. And so like it's a little bit kind of like Resident Evil, a little bit like Silent Hill sort of things, but then each different character is told a different way. Some of them are told by platformers, some are told by like hack and slashers. He's the dude's a genius. So he's remastering his games for the Switch because Europe got screwed out of a bunch of his games right when the eShop closed for 3DS and Wii U. So, and there's a big problem with Unity that he's been struggling through because Unity has had a whole litany of problems. So, my favorite game of his is called Triple D, which is kind of like a sideways sort of a really fun turn-based RPG, kind of like real-time strategy RPG kind of. But there's an over-the-shoulder one called just Silver Falls 3 Down Stars. That's right. And what's unique about his game is that all of these characters that you see him playing as, almost all of these games can port into all the other games. And his games take place over like a certain, I forgot what he said, like 20 or 30 years, something like that. And almost all the characters port into almost all the games, and so you keep playing them, and then if you like the character, you port the character to the next game, and you can just keep going. And each one of them tells like a piece of the story, but you know, you can still keep playing the one you like to play, or you can port them to the next one. And he's got a really good grasp on game design, but the dude works like 16-hour days. And you might be asking, well, what's he need help with? It sounds like he's chipping away. Well, if you have a Switch, the first month is always kind of when the bulk of your sales are, and he's just been like barely scraping along this whole time, and he got screwed out of a lot of money from the eShops closing down, and from him not even being able to sell a chunk of his games in Europe. And so he's slowly but surely, maybe like once a month or so, re-releasing his games on the Switch. And so if you own a Switch, maybe you could consider checking Silver Falls Guardians of Metal Exterminators S, or Deadly Delusional Destroyers when it comes out, 3 Down Stars when the update comes out. And just checking out Sunground Studios, just in general. He's such a nice, likable guy. The music, he makes the music himself. It's great. His sense of humor is hilarious. And I want nothing but the best for this guy. And so I'll tell you my story. he develops and QAs his games live, and then he gives people exclusive codes. to unlock characters that there's no way to unlock otherwise. So I bought a new 3DS, and like there wasn't a lot of games for it. Unfortunately, it was like right at the end of Nintendo's life cycle, and there's like 5 games. It kind of sucked, to be honest. But then all of a sudden, like one day, this game pops up, 3 Down Stars. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I bought it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like Silent Hill. This is like Resident Evil and like Silent Hill put together, but with, you know, a lot of mysteries and stuff. Like, it was put together really well. I played it and played it and played it and played it. And then all of a sudden one day, you know, I'm like, oh, this game keeps getting updates. Like, what's going on? This game keeps getting updates. And all of a sudden he releases like another game and another game. And I was just like blown away. And I'm like, I gotta find this guy. I gotta talk to this guy. This is great. And then I found out that like he's also been releasing like homebrew games for like other consoles that like games haven't come out for in ages. And so if someone has some old game system, there's a chance that he's made or is making some kind of homebrew game for it. And he just gives them away for free. So whenever you see him typing here, he's giving people away free codes. Because he just is just a really super generous guy. So I just, if you have a 3D, I mean, if you have a Switch, if your kids have a Switch, check out Sungrand Studios, check out Silver Falls. See if he has any games on there that look interesting to you. They're usually really affordable. All of his games are fun. They're each a little bit different. So you'll find one that you like, or gift one to somebody or something. There's one of them that's kind of like you're building a farm and defending it. Maybe that's this one. I can't remember. I don't think you build the farm in this. I don't remember. Anyway, the characters are great. I don't know. I can't say how much of a delight. I don't get excited for games like ever anymore. I mean, part of that's because it just feels like I'm 90% dead inside. But games have just been such garbage for so long. It's like, oh, there's a patch to this game. Like, I don't even feel like, even if it's like a free patch, I just don't even feel like it anymore. So whenever there's a game that like really gets me excited, that's like really new and really different, and I can feel the love, I go for it. And like, we had input in the design of his characters. He likes to see in this one, he's got a bunch of people in his chat, and he doesn't ignore his chat. He talks to his chat, usually to the point of like him dying. It's just great. So he's, I don't know. So this is kind of PSA number 2. And so I'll keep these PSAs at 10 minutes a piece. Let me see if I can find something. So these are some of them. Silver Falls, 3 Down Stars, Silver Falls Gaiden, Deadly Delusional Destroyers. This is the one that's like a kind of a sideways real-time RPG game. Ghoul Busters, which is a really fun platformer with 2 different characters to choose from. Guardians of Metal Exterminators, which is what he was just playing. Undertakers, which is kind of like an old Atari game, kind of. Vicarious Brothers. I don't remember what this one is, or if this was like the unreleased game. I don't remember that he has to like rework. And then white inside its umbra is on its way out too. But I think this was on the Wii. I feel like this was on the Wii U, or maybe it didn't make it. I can't find. I'm trying to find all the rest of his like homebrew games. Okay, here we go. This is a silverfallsgame.com. There's the Guardians Metal Exterminators, Deadly Delusional Destroyers, Ruby River. Maybe it was you. Ruby River was the one you built stuff in. Galaxy Bound Curse is a Game Boy Color homebrew. Duck Season I think isn't out yet. And I feel like Face Takers isn't out yet either. He doesn't. It's interesting. He doesn't have a. 6 months before 3 Down Stars, a man goes missing. Okay. I don't know. His games are just so much fun. So I kind of went over my little 10 minutes on here, but I wanted to go try to find. He has way more homebrew games than this, but I can't find them. I feel like he was making one for the Vita as well. And he's making like a phone game one. So anyway, check him out. If you're not into games, but like if you've got a Switch or something and you don't know what to grab, maybe you got a gift card for Christmas and you don't know what to grab, like this guy could really use your help. He's a really great guy. All right, this is person to help number 3. I knew there was a third one. I just so things are going to be a little better. It's okay. This is survival living. Speaking of people having a rough time. So survival living, if you're unfamiliar, another great prepper YouTube channel is getting kicked off his property. I believe he says he rents, and I don't know. I don't have any super secret details. But his landlords, for whatever reason, decided he can't be there anymore. So he just all of a sudden has to just up and leave. Him and his wife have both had medical issues. And he's a great guy. He's definitely been a supporter. He's legit. He doesn't say that he's gonna do things and then not do them unless he absolutely can't. Like physically can't. He's a man of his word. He's a man of honor. So if you have anything, he's got a PayPal. Check out his sponsors and just wish him the best. Throw him a sub. Wish him the best. This resonated really hard with me because my wife and I were in the same place. I think if you didn't know the story, my wife and I had a place for like 5 years. It was our freaking dream house. It was the crash of 13, 14. There was like a really big crash in 07, 08, and there was already just immediately another crash in like 13, 14. 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. We lost our house. Everything had to go into storage. We had to live in somebody's back room for 5 years until we can get back up on our feet. And then through just a really long series of miracles and amazing people, we finally got back into our own place again. But it literally put our lives on hold for 6 or 7 years. Like, our lives were on hold. And it was the middle of our life. We're never going to get it back. It was really hard. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Especially not such a good friend like Survival Living. So if you can check him out, throw him a sub, tell him you appreciate him, check out his videos. They're not BS. Like, yes, he has sponsors, but they're not BS sponsors. So it's all stuff that you could learn about and then decide if you want to use it or not. He's into Mylar. I would love to get into Mylar. That's one of my next steps. So anyway, check out Survival Living. Tell him you love him. Tell him you appreciate him. And just like so many other folks that I feel like, just through the positivity of the universe that we've helped, if enough of us wish him good luck and think positive thoughts, hopefully everything can work out and we can just keep trying to get through this. You know, Northern Girl Hobbies got their place. That's amazing. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know how. I even feel like I said that, like, I know it's going to happen, but I don't know how. And a miracle happened. And I believe it'll be the same thing with Survival Living. I don't know how it's going to happen. I wish my books did amazing and I was a bajillionaire, because I would help every single one, because we have such a good circle. Such a good, legitimate, honorable circle of people. And we just need to break through the noise somehow. But a lot of that starts with just being on really stable footing, so go wish him luck, throw him a sub, check out his videos. He's got amazing, they're really, really good videos. I reference them all the time. This guy's legit. I don't say that a lot. I think a lot of YouTubers are fake. A lot of YouTubers are fake. He is not one of the fake ones. He doesn't jump on all the grifts and BS. And so he's up there like top 5 YouTubers of mine. So, yeah. And on to the next part. So I'll leave you with that. And thanks for watching. And just kind of self plug really quick. Look for my new book, Ghost Company 2, Single Point of Failure, out soon. This is the cover. It's amazing. The book is in its second draft. The reviewer has reviewed it. It's good. We just got to make the book cover, and I just got to go through it. So the story came together almost perfectly, like a puzzle, like a glove, exactly like how I like it to happen. So I'm really happy with it. I don't know what kind of miracle keeps allowing me to pull these books together so well. I really hope somebody checks this one out. My outro used to be, the only way we get through this is together. So I really, really, really appreciate you all. And so I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.